Thank you for leaving your houses. Soon you'll meet Kevin, our host. We're here to solve all your problems with Josiah's patented trident approach. And we got Andy at the bar with beer to fill your bladders. Without further ado, it's serious matters.
Hey, Kristen Lavin Daly, everybody. Give it up for Kristen. And that's our podcast theme. Never done that before. The Serious Matter is podcast today, as you may have heard. We have great guests on the show today. We've got a few stand-up comics, as always. And usually we will do an expert interview where we have experts on the subject. So we have podcast hosts on the show today from the podcast Ghosted Stories is going to be with us. I know. I like that. Oh, you guys almost, it was like a spooky. It's not that kind of ghost. It's like, ooh. We have the Ghosted Stories girls are going to be on here. And what their show is about is they take stories of people getting ghosted for the most part, like what led up to that and some dating horror stories. So fun thing is the guest tonight is going to be one of you guys. That is spooky. Isn't it? So be thinking about if you have a good ghosted story, you will have a chance to get up here tonight and do a quick little mini podcast episode within the podcast that is the show. So think about it. We'll take volunteers later. That's pretty fun, right? It sounds like that. I'm going to take that as a standing ovation. We can't wait to do that, Kevin. Thank you so much. We're so psyched you brought that idea up. Also, along the podcast theme, as you guys know, whatever your favorite podcast is, well, first of all, clap if you have a podcast here. If you or someone with a podcast, not the Ghosted Stories girls, anyone else. Nobody? Oh, you guys are awesome. That is, I feel like the number of people with the podcast is slowly approaching the number of people in the United States. So that's cool that you guys don't. But one thing, no matter what your favorite podcast is, they probably do a lot of ads on that podcast, right? You have to stop for ad reads. So unfortunately tonight, we got to pay the bills. We're also going to be stopping for ad reads. So I guess let's have one right now.
Thanks, Kev. I'm excited to talk to you guys about Lou Crate. Every month, get new and exciting items featuring all your favorite celebrities named Lou. This month's Lou Crate has fun stuff, like an oboe reed with Lou Reed's face on it.
Ooh.
A rubber band from Captain Lou Albano's beard. And a marital aid shaped like Fox Business News heartthrob Lou Dobbs. Lou Crate, be true to Lou.
There we go. Lou Crate is our first sponsor of the night. And we have are you guys serial fans? Are you guys crime podcast fans? I think we are, right? It is weird that's sort of become one of the main staples. It's like podcasts about a very specific topic you like or any murder in the world is a popular thing to listen to. But I watch Law & Order marathons when I'm hungover. I get it. Is anyone else a Law & Order person here? You guys Law & Order fans? My favorite thing about Law & Order is watching the commercials they show during the day. Like weekdays, it shows you what they think about you. Because they're all like, do you gamble? You on drugs? What's happening? Rehab is here, buddy. Do it. So we're going to do, and I think like anyone can do a crime podcast now. We're going to prove that. We're going to do a little serial Mad Libs here, okay, guys? So I'm going to need some suggestions from you, all right? So anyone can shout them out. So first of all, I'm going to need a girl's name. Sheila. No, let's hold off. Okay. But you're excited now, aren't you? Sheila, that's a great girl's name. Sheila is everyone's dad ever divorced. I need a verb. 8. Okay, for a second I was like, that's a number, bro. That is also a verb. That's correct. 8. I need a noun. Porridge. That's a deep cut. Porridge. I need a cute boy's name. Not personally, for this game. What? Wayne. Hell yeah. Party on. Sandwich place. A sandwich place. Katz's. That's good. We have a murder weapon. Trumpet. Oof. Creative. Someone, if there's a cop, talk to him. Another verb. sang sandwich ingredient. Pickles, good one. A mean girl's name.
Tiffany.
Hell yeah. Telling a whole podcast episode with the tone. Tiffany. I need a curse word that fuck jinx, and I need another curse word. Fuck, fucker, fuck. That is fantastic. Tiffany. All right, so now let's do our own mini episode of Serial. Hit the music.
It's Serial. I'm Sarah Koenig-ish. All I knew for sure was that Sheila was dead, and she didn't dismember her own body and mail the pieces to 8 different Katzes across the Southwest. So I had to start talking to people who might know more. I asked the cop on duty that night why he took so long to respond. He claims he ate his porridge, which ends up totally checks out. Sheila's boyfriend, Wayne, had recently been fired from Katz's for singing the pickles and often bragged about his trumpet collection, but he has, kind eyes, so I'm pretty sure he didn't do it. Instead, I asked Cindy's friend, Tiffany, what they were doing that night, and she answered with 2 words, fuck, fucker, fuck. Yeah, fuck, fucker, fuck. What does that mean? Does Wayne like me? We'll find out next week on Serial.
That is my wife, Jamie Hughes McCaffrey, with the Sarah Koenig impression. Guys, you ready to start this fucking podcast show? Guys, we are now to the interview portion of our show. You ready for the Ghosted Stories, ladies? Our Ghosted Stories ladies, 2 lovely ladies. Their podcast is great. Please subscribe to it, Ghosted Stories. We have Chelsea White and Erin Leafe, everybody. Chelsea and Erin. Hey,
oh my God! Wait, is this guy Erin? Get out here! I'm gonna knock over the ukulele.
Yeah,
We're not sanctioned for this. All right, here we go. It's happening.
This is fun.
Kevin!
We get to do one fun thing
Are we
about the
sitting?
show.
Oh,
yeah, we are sitting.
What a goddamn treat!
We get
really
to
know how to treat ladies.
Thank you. I'm very chivalrous. I said bless you to a dog, and everyone's in love with me now.
Look at it. Look at where he is now.
Yeah, we get to. The fun thing about this show, you get to see us be our own roadies up here. Isn't that fun? How's it going?
So good. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thanks for coming out. So we're doing a mini episode of your episode within the show. But first of all, a couple things about it. How long's Ghosted Stories been happening?
Like a little over a year, right?
Yeah, like 60 episodes, I think.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That sounds like over a year, unless you're really unless you're doing like bonus eps in between.
Break them out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, once a week.
Yeah. Or if anyone really important gets ghosted.
Exactly. Yeah. Then we do a real-time episode.
Have you ever read a breaking news ghosted?
I wish. Maybe now's the time, you guys.
Oh, I hope someone gets ghosted here tonight. Please, honestly, make me this promise. Anyone here on a date, if you get ghosted by the person you're with, please tell me about it. At Kevin McCaff on Twitter. Tweet at me. I think I saw a couple just now go, I won't, I promise.
Someone was coming to your show, waiting to meet somebody? That would be.
Where can I leave someone where they'll never be able to trace me from? Serious Matters at Union Hall. So a little over a year, and between the 2 of you, who has been ghosted more?
Okay.
Neither of us have been ghosted at all. Which
It's a
is
very
great
sensitive
irony.
topic.
Get the fuck off my state! No, wait, what?
Thank you guys.
Neither
You've
of
been
you.
very kind of fun.
Well, obviously, who would ever ghost you two? I get it. But
Look at us.
Well, the whole conceit originally was Erin is the representative of the in a stable, committed relationship, been dating the same wonderful man for upwards of 6 years, living with him.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to be.
Hey, man, let's cut out wonderful. Yeah. He is a human male. We've confirmed.
Male,
Right.
living human.
Yeah.
Who pays half the rent.
Sure.
And then I was supposed to be just the drunk, perpetually single mess who is in awe of human behavior and capabilities.
Yeah.
And then about 1 episode in, I met my now boyfriend and fucked the whole thing up. But
Oh man.
so
But then when comes the day, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
sure.
But
All right, Kevin, choose your words carefully.
If
What do you-
anyone here at all, among the
Right.
3 of us, I'll throw if anyone here happens to get ghosted, goddamn, what an episode that would be.
I know.
I
thought you were going to say if either one of us got ghosted, which that would be you after 6 years. I mean, that would be, they'd write a book about it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty rough. Thanks.
It would be tough to ghost. It would be a fishiest ghost who's leaving and like, take me off the leash. Is that cool? I talked to the landlord and became a ghost.
Yeah, so if anyone's on like the fence right now on a date, like just never speak to them again.
Yeah.
And we'll have a great
call
episode.
Us.
So
Yeah,
you-
@gmail. We're just fascinated by human behavior, and I
Sure.
think that's
Yeah.
like why, we both had shitty relationship dating
Sure.
experiences in the past, and that's, yeah.
And you haven't been, neither of you have been ghosted, but have you ghosted anyone else?
Not like a hard ghosting. I think we've both done like soft ghostings. You know what I mean? Where if you listen to the podcast, we get into the nitty gritty of the definition of ghosting.
Yes.
Where I suppose, in a very technical sense, if you go on one date with them and they're like, "Oh, hey, Jennifer, what's up? What's up next Tuesday?" and you never respond, like, is it really a ghosting? Like if a tree falls in the woods,
We
you
got
know
a
what I
hard
mean?
yes.
All right.
Got a hard yes from the crowd.
Jennifer's
Sounds
here.
like Tiffany is that.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I do.
think
Yes.
when it's like, is that technically a ghosting? Sure, I suppose
Yes.
so. But in a broader sense, like, we personally consider the definition of ghosting if there's like an assumed expectation set.
Right.
So like after like 3, 4, like when you're
if
in that
making
territory.
future plans.
Right.
Making future plans, it's expected that you've developed like a regular pattern of communication. Do you know what I mean?
That's a pretty good definition.
I mean, but also, is it just excusing shitty human behavior? Yes.
Of course, but I'm into
But-
that. I like that. Yeah. Also, I think after a date, it is ghosting. I think it's like it's not even a real painful ghost after one date, but
Right.
it's just that's almost like why would you then, right? Like if
Right.
it's just one date, we'll just be like,
Yeah,
okay,
nobody
bye
wants
though.
to hear like, here are the faults I found with you over those 2 hours. So like,
right.
it's best to
you
just
had a
walk
rough
away.
2 hours. We both
Got it.
know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. If you had to guess about me, would you guess that I've ever ghosted anyone?
Well, I'll let Erin guess because
Oh,
I know
great.
the answer.
Oh. Well, and that's a hint.
I know.
But I feel like if you've been married for 15 years, you seem young. I don't know what.
Oh,
I don't know what
Thank
would
you so
happen.
much. Jesus Christ.
But I'm gonna
I don't
say,
care what you say from here. Yeah.
Well, yes, maybe because have you heard the story then?
I haven't heard the story like
Oh.
in one sentence text.
I
Leading up to this show that we're on.
literally every relationship in my life except my wife I ghosted.
You ghosted?
Fuck
What
yeah.
a piece of shit you are.
Well, here's the thing. As I said, it was before texting, so you couldn't even ghost on a text. So it was like high school and stuff and early college.
How can you ghost in high school? Did you see her in
No,
geometry
no.
and you're like,
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin McCaffrey. I can ghost anytime. It's what in high school basically it's like well if you're in the same class with them that's a difficult
right, or
ghost.
like
Yeah.
the same co-ed activity.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, volleyball at gym. Yeah, I basically I never meant to ghost. It would be a lot of, and I'm sure people have done this, where it's like, I'm gonna break up with this person, but also it's so hard to. What's the right time?
Right. Yeah.
Hard
Is
to
it
find the time.
geometry? Is it
Is it-
the school
Is it
picnic?
volleyball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it co-ed volleyball? Is it lunch? It's got to be after lunch. But yeah, and then it gets to a point where it's like, oh man, I've avoided for so long, it would now be awkward to even say hello. And then I'm like, all right, I guess we're done.
so the coward's way out is what we call that.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But wait, even your adult. Well, okay, but you met your wife in college,
Yeah.
so we really are talking like solely.
I mean, we're talking
junior high,
late
high school.
90s,
We're talking
yeah.
like 13. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, but then I feel like at that juncture you have a little bit of an excuse rather than like a 31-year-old man, like
Right.
let's just say meeting someone at a comedy show at Union Hall,
Sure.
and then just deciding to never speak to them again. Like that's sort of.
Especially
So you
now,
get a pass, right?
after a couple of minutes of this, it would be a very aggressive move. To be like, I now know the definition and I want to do it. I can't
Oh my God,
wait to
imagine
ghost.
if you're
This is so
educating
exciting.
someone.
It's like The Fugitive
No,
for romance.
Don't get any ideas.
Pitch that movie, The Fugitive for Romance. Holy fuck, you guys should do that movie.
All right, write it down.
Yeah,
Someone write it
fucky
down.
fucker, whatever the first cuss words were. So we're gonna
Yes.
do a mini episode of your
yes,
show.
let's do it.
So do you want? Yeah, you run the show from here.
Well, I mean, no,
Or I
you're.
can.
Listen, we can like co-run it,
Sure.
co-ed volleyball it.
Yeah.
If anybody in the audience has a ghosted story, a story they're brave enough to share, we'll give you. Oh my God,
Yeah, we got
Give them
one.
a round of applause. Come on, bring
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Can
take
you bring
your
your beer?
Take
We
my
welcome
seat.
it. We'd feel uncomfortable. Now I feel weird that I left my Cabernet in the audience. All right.
But just know, we would be
and
drinking.
your name is?
I'm Sircon.
Sircon, welcome.
Sircon, give it up for Sircon.
Give it up. I'm Chelsea. This is Erin.
Mm-hmm.
What brings you to the show tonight, Sircon?
Wow.
Give us
I've been coming to
not director's cut version, just like the top line.
I come to all these. I love the show.
Oh, great. Okay,
Oh,
awesome.
fan.
Thanks
That's
for
nice.
supporting live comedy. Okay, great. So we like to start our ghosted story. I feel pressure because usually we're like drunk at my apartment for 90 minutes and there's no time
Normally there's a
constraint.
solid 5 minutes of her just describing what the cats are doing.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable because my
imagine.
cats aren't here for me to real time.
Yeah.
And now Miranda Hobbs has gotten into the popcorn. I have a cat named Miranda Hobbs. I have a cat named Miranda Hobbs. And she's not like Miranda at all. She's more of a Charlotte, but listen to the podcast. It's neither here nor there. So thank you for that delighted squeal that we heard. So, Sircon, what we like to do on the podcast where there's no amount of people who can see you, we like the podcast guests to describe themselves so that the people listening, like on the subway in their car, can envision you in their mind's eye by describing who would play you in the life story movie about your life. Lifetime movie, maybe.
Yeah.
Wide release. Up to you.
Mark Ruffalo. Shorter
Oh, I
Mark
see
Ruffalo.
it.
Good one.
That's a great
Yeah.
one. I see
The
it.
hair, I like it's good.
Absolutely. The boyish, like the rosy cheeks. All right, I'm into it. So now that that's out of the way, and also thank you for giving us like a very
Succinct.
succinct.
A lot of people don't know, but I like that you had Mark Ruffalo in your pocket and you were ready.
It was
Yeah, a lot of
almost as
thought.
if
you
he
saw
was
Thor and you're like, is
expecting
it me? And then, yeah.
So before you give us your ghosted story, your truncated, top line ghosted story for the purposes of the show, give the audience like the 60-second dating history of you so that they can contextualize how the ghost, like, are
How
you
you
serial
you got to that
monogamist?
point, yeah.
Are you a complete fuck up? Or, just give us the whole thing.
Okay, so I had a really long relationship that was 6 years.
That's
and that
pretty
was
long.
like most of my 20s.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 34.
Okay.
So
Checks out.
Yeah. So that was, and I was a pretty nerdy guy. And so I like got into a relationship and stayed in it for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then I was like single for a short amount of time. And then I was in, so I only had one really like single in your 20s experience. And then
Right.
I was in another long relationship that was very tumultuous.
Ooh.
And now I'm in this like second single time. It's just very different,
So you're in a single time right now.
Single time.
All right.
Ladies.
Hey. So where does your ghosted story find us? Is it recent? Is it in this current Sircon single time?
I was supposed to meet a girl here tonight.
No!
Tonight.
No! This is not. We
And
did
I
not
didn't
set
plan
this
this.
up.
This was
We
amazing.
have
I
not
didn't
met
plan
Sircon
this.
for tonight.
How did you meet her? Who is she? Where can we find her?
Hold on, Kevin. Did you put him onto this?
No!
Oh God!
I swear to God, that's not a plan. It's not
I
like
didn't
that.
And I don't like volunteer to come on stage usually, but I was like,
You had
this is a thing we have to talk
Oh
about.
my
Yeah.
God. Okay, tell us everything. The whole time that we were making jokes about like if you were ghosted tonight, he was like.
Take a volunteer.
He was like wringing a handkerchief. He was like, "Oh, give me
Sitting
that."
on gold.
All right.
I mean, we have a check-in list, so we might as well get it. Go ahead. Yeah.
So what happened?
I just been, I've met her on a dating app.
Which
and
one?
Raya.
Ooh, you're on
Oh,
Raya?
shit. Excuse me, sir.
Terrible though.
We didn't realize
Terrible.
we were in the presence of a Raya member.
Do you guys know what Rye is? It's like legit. Oh wait, they're saying no.
Oh.
They're saying no. Do you
All
know
right.
him? In
No,
the
they don't know what Raya
Oh, they
is.
don't know.
It's
I
buggy
thought,
Tinder.
Okay, there are people in the audience shaking their heads like vigorously, and I thought they were like, "Oh no, Sircon's not on Raya. No, I'm sorry." So,
Raya is the celebrity Tinder.
you have to be like celebrity verified. I'm sorry.
You have to submit and wait like 6 months.
All right,
I
so
know
congrats
someone who works
to you.
Oh. Snuck in the back door. I like
Yes, exactly.
So is she a celebrity? Were you supposed to meet Giselle here tonight?
I think she's married actually.
Well, loosely.
No, I wouldn't say she's a celebrity, but
You wouldn't say she's not a celebrity.
No.
Okay, so what happened? Cut to the chase. We have 7.5 minutes left.
I'm just like, it was like, I've never met somebody so politely blows me off literally 4 times in a row.
4 times? This was number 4?
Number 4. And like,
Well,
got a really
Sircon,
high-pressure
at that
job.
point.
I know. And the thing that goes through my head is like, I've been on the other side of it. I have, and I'm like, look, I get it. You get busy. There's a fucking app on your phone where you can set up another
But can you
whatever.
please just meet me at this podcast festival event in Brooklyn?
Right.
Just last ditch effort.
Like, fine, whatever. Just don't waste my fucking time.
But
Like,
what are
don't
her
make-
excuses
don't make
for
me
the
plan
first
around
3?
the things.
Right.
Well, she had a cold, and then she had, she had to like work all night. Everything.
Yeah. Nobody gets cold. It's 2017.
No, she works at SNL, so I know they work like fucking crazy hours.
What's her first name? What's her first initial?
I'm not. I did see her.
Does
on
it
there.
begin with a...
No. But then, so the other thing is, I also am in the process of ghosting on somebody else. I think.
What's happening?
You got a lot of ghost plates just spinning.
Look, I gotta say,
How do you
it
keep them
sucks
all
out
up
there.
there?
Coming and going.
It's hard if you have any kind of job or like anything.
It's hard to shoot a text back.
No. Well, I think it's kind of like what Kevin said. Because, okay, so what if you're like trying to break up with somebody and it's tough, you're trying to find the right words and you send the text and they shoot something back and then you have to respond and then all of a sudden there's this like, it can be hard to break up with people sometimes.
But what did you say in the first text? Was it just like, I'm busy this week? Or was it like, I don't think anything is happening between us. I don't want to see you again? Because that's pretty
It was in between.
definitive.
I said, I like you, but I don't feel like we're in sync. Does that count?
And then
That's
she
pretty
sent
good.
back a JC Chazet gif, and you were like, ah!
No, and
I don't
she's
know
like,
what to
let's hang out on Friday. And I was like,
Whoa. Well, that's somebody whose reading skills aren't up to snuff.
Aaron's totally right. It's like,
yeah.
right, if you say like, I think it's not working out, they're like, cool, when do we kiss?
Yeah. I think that's on them then.
And I'm like, all right, Friday's fine.
So what? Wait, Kevin, we have like 20 seconds left.
Let's say a minute.
Okay, a minute left. Okay. So so she was supposed to meet you here tonight, and she just plain didn't?
Yeah, well, she texted. She was like,
And what'd she say? I'm with
it's like
NSYNC.
that cold is like coming up again. I have next week off, so let's push. I was like, fucking...
So,
Well, wait, I think the real question is like, are we going to go for a number 5 meeting, or are we done?
I mean, whatever. I'm like, you take initiative. Maybe we'll talk about it. That's like.
So you
Okay.
would still, if she was like, I want to
fuck
meet
it.
you next Saturday night, you would be like, great, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm emotionally forgetful.
All right.
It was fine.
Which is my new favorite term. All right, you guys. Sergen, give it up for Sergen. Give it up for everybody else. Kevin McCaffrey, thank you so much.
Sircon! The
Thank you
Ghost
guys
Get
so
Stories
much.
ladies. Please give it up for Chelsea and Erin. Very fun. That was fun, right? We had a good time.
Houston, 20 seconds to LOS T-Drift.
Contact. Nice to be in orbit.
Serious Matters happens the first Thursday of every month at Union Hall in Brooklyn. Find us on Facebook for upcoming show dates and lineups, or check out our website at seriousmatters.info to get on the mailing list. Live sound and recording by Gary O'Keefe and produced by Good Orbit.